Oh God, Andra! Baby! Oh my God! I almost lost you!
Buongiorno! Welcome back to our channel, welcome back to Puglia in Italy. If you haven't seen our last video, we spent a couple of weeks nosing around Puglia for property. It's all a very confusing, interesting and exciting experience. We've learned a lot and we've shared a bit of that over the last two videos. I think at this point all we can say is in the last video we left it with a little bit of a cliffhanger, and
That's because it's a bit of a cliffhanger for us too.
because we may or may not have put an offer in on the properties.
All very, very exciting.
Very, very exciting. It's not very exciting. Yeah, it is very exciting. Anyway, this video is not about property. We're in Castro, beautiful old town here in the heel of Puglia. We've been here before.
And although the sun is shining, the weather is changing. It's icy, icy cold, and that means it's time for us to escape Europe.
If you're watching this channel thinking we're going to be in Europe, sorry. But please subscribe. We're going to be doing some cool things over the next couple of months, but we will not be in Europe. But before we leave, we have to do a quintessential Puglia thing. We have to go for a pasticciotto at Martinucci.
Yes, because... Yes, because pasticcioti might be the real reason why we want to have a place in Puglia. We definitely want a pistachio one. Sì, sì, grazie. Mine.
Yeah, these are heavy and hot.
That's the best thing about having these at Martinucci, is that they're always warm and fresh. Ooh, it feels like Christmas. I didn't realize it was on the paper side.
Mine. Nice, eh? Are you going to say something?
So delicious. You just can't describe it. You have to come and have one of these yourself.
Okay, no words.
No words can describe it. It's
And no more
warm,
for you.
it's crumbly, it's oozy, it's sweet.
Yeah, those are good. Yummy.
Really good.
So we need to start packing. This is really what we're doing this week. So we haven't spoken about where we're going.
No, but before we do that,
Wait. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that.
I'm very excited about our new luggage that we're going to be using from Level 8 Luggage.
Christmas came early this year.
Oh, look at these babies. I am so excited about this Level 8 Luggage, who are the sponsor of today's video.
One of the things that's really amazing is that they offer a lifetime warranty. It includes cover for the shell, the wheels, the handles, and the zippers. This guy is Lisa's Voyager, and this is the Hegent, and I'll tell you quickly why we each chose these.
I'll be honest, the reason I chose mine was purely for its looks. It's absolutely beautiful with a polycarbonate micro diamond finish, but there are some amazing practical aspects, and that's the extra wide handle design. It not only makes the bag more stable, but it also allows for much more packing space because you don't have those handles taking up half of your packing space. It's only 3.7 kilograms, which means that I can carry more weight than you get in yours.
Now the Hegent, mine, is actually executive class. And what makes it interesting is it's come with a few extra features. It's got a full-on aluminium frame. It's got metal corner inserts for extra protection. So what I really like about this one is that it's got zipperless locks, and now both of these share TSA approved locks, but this one has got two separate very secure locks, which makes it actually quite useful to lock your valuables in even if you're not at your accommodation.
If you're interested in Level 8 luggage, you can scan the QR code or use the link in the description below. Make sure to use our unique discount code Andre and Lisa 10 for a 10% discount.
Now the packing up is the hard part, but that's also the fun part in a way. So let's get cracking, eh? Is there anything in here?
Cheers. Yes, there is.
This is the saddest gin and tonic. Every part of the day doesn't feel like winter, but the sun is this high above the horizon.
And it's only...
Wait, 10 to 4, what's happening?
This is probably the biggest reason why we're escaping Europe for the winter.
We've been in Europe now for a number of winters. Actually, the previous one, we were in Spain for December, and we spent January, February in Morocco, which was pretty good actually. We find that the short days and potentially the grey, rainy ones really start adding up.
And not only that, but we're not used to the European winters, and I don't think our bodies are made for it.
If you don't know, we're from South Africa. We're not used to these kind of temperatures. So short days, long nights in a camper van is not great. So what we find is that we tend to spend so much time inside the camper, and it becomes really quite claustrophobic and exhausting. So we decided this year we're just not going to do it again. 2 years ago, we left just towards the beginning of January.
The first week of January, we went to South Africa.
For 2.5 months, which is good, but we left a bit too late.
The reason we did that was because flights are so expensive over Christmas time and New Year, of course. So this year we decided we're going to leave before the flights get expensive.
Yes, so we're leaving in a couple of days' time, and we're going to be away for about just under 90 days.
89.
89 days. There's a good reason for that. We're going to Malaysia. This is a country we've been to many times before.
I think in 2019 we spent 172 days in Malaysia overall in different little bits and pieces.
So we're going to Malaysia for almost 3 months, and we will be moving around quite a bit, not super fast. The idea is to go back to places we've been to, but spend more time there, as we're always looking for a place where you can stay for longer. Make it a short-term home, whether it's for a month or 2 months or 3 months. In 2019, for example, we stayed 4 weeks in Penang. We stayed for 4 weeks on the island of Langkawi, which we really enjoyed. And we were in Borneo and Sabah for about 4 weeks as well.
And we spent 2 weeks in Kuala Lumpur, which wasn't our first time there either.
So we are going to go back to these places and some new ones.
And we're looking for places where the weather is good, but you can also stay there affordably and fairly comfortably.
So just to give an idea, we're flying from Brindisi in Puglia. We're flying with Etihad.
We got a very, very good deal, and it includes a stopover in Abu Dhabi for 3 days, and we haven't been there, so we're very excited about that.
Roughly our itinerary is we're flying to KL. We're going to spend maybe a couple of weeks in Malacca.
We were there once before, but for only, I think it was
Couple of
2
days.
days, and we ran around like crazy. So we're looking
Many
forward to
years.
seeing it at a bit more relaxed pace. And then we're going back to Borneo.
Going to Borneo, we really like Kota Kinabalu. We actually always said we must go back and spend more time there.
I like the sound of it. Kota Kinabalu.
Kota Kinabalu is fantastic. It's a really cool city, and from there I don't know how much we're going to explore, but we're also going to go to Sarawak and hopefully go to Kuching, which we haven't been to. Then we
Going back to our favorite of Penang for a little while.
So we're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to a break from the cold. We're looking forward to a change. We're looking forward to something we're familiar with and yet exciting and interesting.
A change of culture, a change of temperature, a change of food, a change of everything, pace. I'm very excited for that. Okay, let's go to Malaysia.
No, we've just got to finish packing.
That I'm not looking forward
Just got to
to.
finish packing. So we got a couple of more days. Tomorrow's going to be a big day, but we'll share those details tomorrow. This is not campervan food. Look how black this risotto is.
We'll try not to make a mess, but
A couple of videos ago, Jeff and Diane commented. I spoke about, I found some meat in the fridge and I stuffed it and rolled it. We don't find meat in the fridge and stuff it and roll it. Maybe this came out wrong. We know exactly what's in the fridge. But in this case, I found some meat, I stuffed it and I rolled it. And this is what we're having tonight. A flattened chicken breast with rolled in pancetta and some asparagus with some squid ink risotto.
this is delicious. What Andre really means when he says he found a piece of meat in the fridge and rolled it and stuffed it and made something is that he took something that would otherwise have been very boring and made something delicious of it.
Okay, say good night.
Good night.
Enjoy
Cheers,
your
my love.
risotto.
Thank you.
Yeah, stock.
That's very tasty.
You taste it?
Very, very nice. Thank you, love.
Good morning.
Good morning!
Good morning.
I'm so excited, I'm so nervous, I'm so...
You know, this is what I have to deal with. It's our last morning having breakfast. Tomorrow morning, we're packing up and leaving Millie for 3 months. So it's so frantic at the moment, but today is still a big day. We're going to do our breakfast, and then maybe we'll chat about this property thing, because we're actually going to see the agents and the property we're putting an offer in, and we're potentially signing some papers today.
Very, very big deal.
Enjoy your last campervan breakfast for a while.
Oh, I'm gonna miss me.
Yes.
Is it on the list?
Okay, what's on it? Oh, wait. Let's quickly talk about this property thing. We've been receiving quite a number of feedbacks, interesting comments. Should we just put your fears to rest? That
We're not stopping traveling.
yes, we appreciate that by going back in time, in a way, and getting a base brings certain responsibilities. And it's not like we've never owned property before.
But at the same time, van life or full-time van life was never our goal or never our idea. And that's the part of it that at the moment we want to mix up and we want to change. And we've been speaking for years now already about how we can change that and incorporate other travel styles once again, while at the same time not completely giving up on van life.
Our goal has always been to have freedom. What does that mean? Freedom. The reason why we reached this point is not by coincidence.
And even when we do make fast decisions, they're usually not impulsive decisions. It usually means that we've actually been thinking about these things, doing homework, doing research for a long time, so that in the moment we're actually ready to make a decision.
Let's not kid ourselves. Sometimes emotions do come into it.
And I think this is really the difficult part, because when we talk about this, we say it has to be practical for this reason, that reason. And at the same time, I'm also aware that I want to have a place that we want to be at. It doesn't help if it just ticks the practical boxes and there isn't that little bit of emotional pull to, oh, but I do want to be there.
So we've decided we can't do a project house. We've looked at enough now.
Not now.
No, not now, no. All of these, buy a piece of land with a dilapidated agricultural property on it and revamp it. No, thank you. That's not going to happen.
That's going to be all consuming and we're not up for that now. But I would like to do that one day. Maybe. Yes, maybe.
Let's get back to that at a later point. But we have decided that we are looking for something that we call a home base. Right now, as ready to move in as possible, somewhere we don't have to invest time, energy, potentially money to make it livable at all. And very importantly, we have to be cognizant of the fact that spending money on property you live in is not an investment. It's a lifestyle choice, but we would like to think that if we buy smartly and we buy something that is desirable at a reasonably good value, there is a potential market to either sell it or potentially rent it out.
But we're also very realistic when it comes to that. It's easy to overestimate how much rental income you'll get. So we prefer to rather spend a little bit less, but at the same time, if you can make a purchase that possibly has that rental potential, whether it's long-term or short-term, obviously that just makes the buy a little bit better.
We're allowed to make choices that's not necessarily permanent. We can change our minds later again, and if we find this property doesn't suit our needs, we'll get rid of it.
We think that we found something that's really, really good and that actually ticks more boxes than we thought we would find, especially in such a short period of time. We have made an offer.
We have made an offer.
Our offer has been accepted.
Has been accepted.
And
yes.
Today we should be signing the first round of paperwork. Then we're going to have to just put this on ice until we get back.
Yes, so the property itself...
Why did we fall in love?
No, so we're not going to share too much detail because we don't want to jeopardize the purchase.
It's not ours yet.
One of you guys might just snap it up from our noses.
We don't trust you.
We don't trust you. So this property, it's rural but not too rural. It's inland but not too inland. It's
spacious but not too spacious.
It's coastal but not too coastal. It's a compromise in many ways. Actually quite a small building. It's recently been renovated.
2015-16,
Okay.
A lot of the structural works was redone, and that's quite nice to know that you're getting not an ancient dilapidated structure.
There's a few projects, but nothing that has to be done immediately. The place is livable as it is at the moment.
It even comes with the furniture that's in it, which is good enough for us to be able to spend a month or so at the house before we set off on a trip again next year. It's kind of ready enough for us to just use the way it is, but also has a little bit of potential for us to improve it. And it ticks a lot of the boxes that we want.
What is it about this house that you think triggered it for us? Because I must tell you though, I saw the property ad online and I was like, oh, this is intriguing. But we've also seen many of these types of properties up to that point, and many times we disappointed because we learned that they
are completely out of order. The building is not in regulation.
No approved plans, etc. So, well, this looks interesting. It's been recently done. The agent told us there's actually approved plans for this property, so that's tick. And Lisa looked at it and was like, oh.
It looked a little bit shabby. The rooms, you could see that there'd been a fresh coat of paint put on, and I was afraid that maybe that's just been done yesterday and then you can't see what the coat of paint is hiding. But that wasn't actually hiding something. It's been done a long time ago. The structural works that have been done very well. I've seen the documentation of that, so that's very reassuring. Also, the areas, I thought, oh, all these photos are taken with such a wide angle lens, they're going to be really small rooms. And the rooms turned out to actually be a little bit bigger than expected. Two things that it's got. Okay, the first thing that's told me is the roof terraces are exactly what my dream is, my imagination of where I want to be able to do yoga. Just looking out over the olive trees in peace and quiet, having a lot of roof space actually, so that you can have some shaded space and some in the sun. It's a nice size of land. It's enough space, and the surrounding properties and land are very appealing in that there's no neighbors close to you. But the land's big enough and small enough, I think.
Well, we're leaving now, and we'll be back in a few months, and then hopefully we'll take occupation of this property ASAP. It'll be super convenient because there's a list of repairs to put up Millie here that's as long as my body, never mind my arm. And having a home base to be able to deal with many of these issues will make it so much easier. You have to get a revision done on it.
And to just get a chance to actually empty the van out, reset a little bit before we set off on another adventure, I think is going to give us quite a new, I want to say lease of life, but just a little bit new energy.
And then we got some other administrative things. I need to get a new passport and all kinds of random things that needs attention. I am also fully aware that we're very optimistic in saying we're going to come back, clean the van up, go. A lot can go wrong, a lot can happen because there's the knock-on effects. Oh, now we have property. We actually need another vehicle.
Oh yes, the next thing starts.
We have to go buy a scooter or a little panda for Lisa, to make things practical. So there's these knock-on effects. We have to get the electricity connected, and we have to make sure everything's up and running. Before you go, maybe we can just finish up, prepare a few last things in the van. What do we need to do?
There's so much to do.
I'm actually going to quickly look at these little dehumidifier crystal things. Now, the previous time we did the same, they worked pretty well. They come in little boxes like this, and you put the crystals inside here, but I somehow lost my inners. So I'm going to have to make a plan. But what I was thinking of doing is taking little baskets like this. Maybe I'll just draw an extra hole or two and suspending this to the top here. Boom. It's not every day you fix your laptop with this, but sometimes this is required. The hinges break out of the bloody mounts. Look at this. Completely destroyed here. It's supposed to look like this. Do you know what's bizarre? I've got two laptops in this camper, and they both developed the same problem. Now, maybe I'm the issue.
Have a look at what my one looks like. I've got nice Frankenstein hinges with little nuts and bolts.
Well, it works.
But it works, because just trying to glue these things in just never works. So my computer's a little bit more Frankenstein. Now, I've always been jealous of Andre's pretty computer. And now he's gonna...
I'm gonna Frankenstein it.
Frankenstein it. Power tools at the ready. Oh gosh, I get so nervous for this.
So we're going to drill through the body, and we're going to fly little heads on the other side and just bolt the stuff together. We don't know yet if we broke more than we fixed. In fact, we don't even know if we fixed what we tried to fix.
But it's looking good.
But look, this is how you do it.
Now we have little bolts through there. We can't show you the other side yet, but we've sort of countersunk the screw heads on the other side, and hopefully they don't bash the screen.
High tech, maybe high tech.
Only problem is we've still got lots of
Cables.
important bits and pieces that are not yet connected.
Let's do that and see if it still works.
Oh gosh, this makes me so nervous.
We have some screws left over. Is that a bad thing?
Just one or two.
Moment of truth.
Wow, I think it looks cool. It looks like a better job than my guy. That looks good. The question is if it's gonna hold.
Fixed it!
Good job, schools.
Good morning. And we are organizing our stuff. Now we're gonna try and pack things up. Sort our last chaos out. Bankrupt. I'll pull everything away from the walls in case there's any moisture issues. And that's that.
Bye, Millie. Be good.